Welcome to a bonus spooky season episode of the Film Bros Championship Podcast. I am Tim, and with me is co-host Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
Spooky season is forever!
Sadly, probably our last bonus episode, at least for this season, because you'll get this one post October into November, but this was what we watched going into Halloween weekend.
Yeah, it was.
And it was a pretty good time.
Yep. I won the week. I won the month. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, you did. You did. But at least it was a bounce back weekend. I think as much as, yes, you won this weekend. Overall, you won the month for sure. But even with mine, I think in general, both movies were a big rebound from last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we start off with the best one, which we saw a lot. I think both of us saw a lot about this first movie, When Evil Lurks.
Yeah. When Evil Lurks. In a remote village, two brothers find a demon-infected man just about to give birth to evil itself.
Yeah.
They decide to get rid of the man, but merely succeed in spreading the chaos. So it's almost like a COVID metaphor.
Yeah.
You know, because they're always saying like, "Oh, this is happening in the cities, not here."
Right.
But it's weird. Like, we live in this world where I guess everyone knows demons are real. They exist.
Yeah. At least in this, wherever we are.
Yeah.
In this world or whatever. It's I guess the unique thing is it's bringing zombies back to a contagion type thing, which I feel like we haven't really gotten that probably since 28 Days, Weeks Later, whatever. Although I guess technically that Walking Dead show is kind of like that.
It's not really a zombie. It's they're demons. What you get?
Yeah.
They have these things called the Rotten, and everyone knows about them. And they have to be killed in a specific way. They have to be done by a cleaner. And
right.
It's obviously some kind of religious bent to this.
Because they show some kind of weird device that they have to use that almost looks like something you use for like nautical stuff.
Yeah, it looked like a compass of some kind.
Yeah.
But if you kill it by like shooting it or some other violent way, it only spreads, either going into you or to something else nearby, to torture you some more until it finally just like gives birth into a full-blown demon.
Yeah.
And so like, one time we see the evil infect like a dog, people,
a sheep, wasn't it?
A sheep.
Yeah.
Yep. Never quite understood what she saw about that sheep being evil.
Yeah, and I don't know, but she saw. I guess because where you kind of saw it is when like all the sheep ran away and it was still there staring.
Well, when he brought a gun, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but what did she originally see? I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. But like, rule number one apparently is like, don't shoot them. You can't shoot them. It only spreads.
Right. It seems like modern technology is a no-no. So guns and gunpowder and lights, because they're
attracted to electricity.
Yeah, be off the grid type of deal. And its particular creepy ability is to infect children to basically help it.
Yeah, or even just project as children, because I don't think that child was actually there, or at least didn't look like that.
Which one? What do you think?
Well, the daughter.
Oh, see, I was thinking the where the infected or whatever was to start with, right? It was a mom and two sons. Yeah. And so the youngest son, you find out is following them and is like hidden in the rafters. You remember that part? No?
Yeah. No, he's I don't.
So like clearly, and then of course the children in the school too, like they're acceptable to it. Children.
Yeah, I know, but I was referring to like the daughter who gets like mauled by the dog.
Oh, what a messed up part!
And then you see her later on looking absolutely fine to honestly distract her mom, so like the dad can run her over, who has also now been possessed.
Right, yeah. But what a part!
Oh, there's just so many like jaw on the floor. Like, oh my god! Like, there's levels
Yeah.
of violence in this movie that just like absolutely take you by surprise.
It really does. I mean, right away, they probably show the best one on the poster,
Yeah,
which is really just like wow.
yeah.
And
it
they
just
dwell
shocks
there.
you.
They dwell in it.
Oh, they don't cheat. They don't cheat on any of the violence. Not
they
really.
really don't.
Um,
And then the daughter again with the dog. You're like, wow, they went there.
mm-hmm. You
Because
get to see some really messed up violence with a hammer too, and
yeah,
people being hit by cars and other things. And yeah, it's just it's a mean movie, but it's like
really
a good
is.
time.
It really is, and it's like I guess my one weird hang up is like there is like a one or two times where man, I just wanted to know more, and they really just kind of left it. It's like I wanted to know more there, and maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but
it seems ripe for sequels, just like expand the world.
Sure.
Because like it's like at one point they get the cops. They call it like there's a rot in here, and he's like, the cops just seem like completely uninterested in helping out whatsoever. It's like not our problem. That's for a cleaner's work. We're not helping you with this.
It seemed like a very bureaucratic thing too, almost with it. And yeah, I agree. It does seem like this is a world where this is a thing, and I agree. It's not, and then. I thought it was a cool ending. I thought it was a pretty neat thing. The way they did that. I don't want to really reveal more.
I know. I don't want to say too much. Exactly. It's so much fun, but it's just like this movie is like doesn't end. Doesn't leave you feeling filled with hope and joy. Yeah. It is. It's like I said. It's a mean movie, but you're entertained. You will be entertained while watching. You're not bored.
For sure. And
it's got a pace to it.
There's a good pace to it, and it is a foreign movie, and I know I get hung up on foreign movies. So if you're not into horror foreign person, I don't think that should be too much of a hamper with you. There's not like a whole lot of dialogue. There's not a whole lot of reading. It really keeps you moving. I think you can get a lot of what's going on even without reading the subtitles. So I wouldn't let that be a fear for no one. Like this is like you're gonna have a good time.
You also get to see Argentinian Tom Jane and Argentinian Scoot McNairy.
Fair enough.
The two leads, the brothers. They're really good.
Yeah, they are. To be honest, I don't think there was a single person that kind of made me go, like, no, that wasn't good, right? I thought it was all pretty good.
So, get yourself some apple ice cream and watch it on Shudder.
That's the thing, right? I guess I don't know. Like, I was weird when we went to Dominican Republic too. It was like a lot of like ice cream that I have no interest in. Weird.
I don't know, but you're a picky ice cream person.
I guess, but you know what? I guess some cultures are more interested in bringing fruits and nuts and all sorts of things into your ice cream, and I'm kind of like
healthy stuff.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want it. I'm giving more sugar.
Tim wants cookie dough.
Yeah, to be honest, really, I could care less about the ice cream. I need the stuff.
Yeah, it's the cookie dough. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So the second movie is Attachment. I saw this really highly rated for 2023 horror movies. So that's kind of why I went with it. But it was okay. It had its moments. Definitely nowhere near as good as the first movie.
When Evil Lurks. It's another foreign-ish movie. It's a Danish-English job.
Not much subtitles, very little.
No. Yeah.
If anything, there might be one or two times where there's some Danish characters speaking to each other, but otherwise it's English. I don't know. It's a slow burn. It wishes it was Hereditary, probably. But doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, it's another possession movie. What drives me nuts is one of those movies where, like, if everyone just was talking and open and honest, like, nothing bad would happen.
Yeah.
We're just like, well, if we keep secrets, everything will be better. I'm like, no, it's the secrets that always come back and get you. And it just happens in movies and TV shows all the time. It's like, well, I was trying to protect you. I'm like, well, it, of course, came back on you. And it's like,
I mean, we right away, both of us agreed, like, it reminded us, like, oh, but not as well. Because Cobweb, we were like, oh, wow. But this time we're like, yeah, this is like they're trying to help, actually. And they're making
but making things worse by
keeping
secrets.
Yeah. pretty well acted. There was a couple times that were pretty creepy, but yeah, nothing that makes you go, oh my god, wow, or anything like that. It's not bad. It's just there's probably other fun stuff to go to.
Yeah, I mean, like the woman who played Shauna. No, I'm sorry, Maja, Josephine Park. She was the Danish girl. She was really good. The mom who plays Shauna, she was excellent. Ellie Kendrick as Leo, she was good, and David Denchik as Uncle Lev, he was really good. I liked Uncle Lev.
Yeah, I thought they all did well. Like there was definitely no bad acting or anything in it.
But there's a lot of slow parts in this, and it's the kind of repetitive, like bad vibes.
Yeah, slow build where it's like you're figuring stuff out way faster than the movie wants you to think. Which, like Hereditary, you're like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Like even with its slow build, and it's like I felt like it was thinking it was that, and it doesn't hit like Hereditary.
No.
Yeah. I guess so. And we only did 2, but I want to ask you, since we are kind of wrapping up, the greatest time of the year. Was there anything else you saw during Spooky Month? At least we are still in spooky season, but for us.
Oh,
but anything
proper
else?
October?
Yeah.
I mean, I gave another rewatch to The Haunting of Hill House.
You did?
Yeah.
It's still great.
Well, introduced it to a friend, and she loved it, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to keep watching too. And my favorite horror movie of the year has got to be Talk to Me.
Yeah.
I didn't see it this month, but that was my favorite horror experience. That one got me squirming in my seat and wanting to almost cover my face, and stuck with me after the fact. Just like, oh, that's good horror.
Really,
that's good stuff.
That's definitely top tier. Really dug it. Some really cool, fun visuals with that movie, and they took something that you probably seen before, but did something different with it that in a unique way. So I really appreciated that. I agree with that. That was not exactly this month, but yeah, that was pretty darn solid. I finally got around to The Boogeyman.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I saw that on Halloween night, or during the day. To be honest, I cheated. I tried to make my basement as dark as possible, but I really liked it. I to be honest, I was like, this is probably gonna be stupid. And I was pleasantly surprised. I thought
I told you it was good.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of forgot what I remember. You saw it already, but I forgot like how you felt about it. So I wasn't sure. Like when I was texting you, like I liked it. You're like, it was good. I was like, oh, cool. I did like it too. Like,
no, I remember when that movie came out, I told you like this is really good. Like I wasn't waiting for your Stephen King thing. I'm seeing in the theater.
Yeah,
I'm going.
Yeah, I dug the stuff with the lights. I thought they did the right amount of stuff with the creature. Because that's always touch and go. You never know.
Same guy who did Host. Remember that movie on Shudder?
Oh yeah.
Where they have like the seance over
Zoom. Yeah, I think we
COVID.
did that for one of our spooky months.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was.
This guy came back and directed that, and the guy who created the creature was the same guy who did the creature for The Ritual, that other movie on Netflix.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, it's like one of the best creature designs I've seen in years.
Yeah,
like that one,
especially
and this one
when the creature and the boogeyman, like it's hand mouth thing going on. That totally makes sense to the ritual. Then, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's the stuff that makes you go, like, oh, yeah,
right
I would not be happy if I saw that in real life.
No, not at all.
Nope.
And then again, that what's her name from
Sophie
Yellow
Thatcher
Jackets is she's really good. Totally did not pick up on that. It was her at first, but then I want to say it was around maybe halfway, maybe a little less than halfway. But I was like, I know her. Then I had to look it up, but really good.
She looks different when she's had a shower.
Right
before scenes. Yeah.
I also saw because I had to, with all the kids of my life, teacher and parent-wise, I had to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. I never.
Yeah, how was that?
Never played.
I saw a lot of costumes on Halloween.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, yeah. And I was talking to, because I always ask my students what they're gonna do this weekend, and so many were like, Five Nights at Freddy's. We're gonna go see it. Like, people are gonna go to see it in the theaters, even though it's gonna be streaming. Like, but people were really excited about it. I was like, all right. So I was like, all right, let's check this out. Even though I never played the game, I've been meaning to. It's not a very expensive game, and I do love horror games. So I was like, all right, I'll just watch the movie. And I almost picked it as our pick, but then I saw PG-13, and I'm kind of a snob when it comes to PG-13.
Yeah, what's the Boogeyman rated, Tim?
You're right. I'm just saying. Very rare. You agree with me? There's very rare, good PG-13 horror movies.
Sure.
They do exist, but it is rare. So anyway, I think I made the right call. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't think me or you are the intended audience for this movie.
It's making big bank.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm gonna have to after seeing all those kids wearing it. I'm gonna have to at least check it out.
I think you should, but I think I could appreciate it for what it's doing, or at least what I hope it's doing to the younger generation to get them into the genre.
Yeah, everyone says gateway horror for this movie, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you at first. Is like, I just don't think I was the intended audience for the movie. Like, it just, there's like one time I was like, oh yeah, but then other than that, I was just kind of like,
The one thing I did watch that was new for me this month was The Fall of the House of Usher, also done by Mike Flanagan. Really good show.
I still need to get into that. I only did the first episode.
Almost like Succession, but horror. Mm-hmm.
Delightful. I mean, you really can't go wrong with Flanagan.
No, well, there's the Midnight Club, but other than that,
I never watched Midnight Club, so I can't say. But I didn't love Bly Manor like everybody else.
Bly Manor's really good. You're just dead inside.
It didn't hit with me the same way.
It's fine, just dead inside. But Fall of the House of Usher is a good time. Some really horrifying stuff in there, but also like probably one of the funniest things he's ever done.
Oh, weird. Okay, interesting.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of humor in this one. A lot of dark humor.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to do. That's got to be high on my list then. Got to get on it. I think that's about it for me. I don't think there was anything else. I think most everything I watched with you. So.
I mean, I watched some Vincent Price movies I'd never seen before. Like I watched House of Usher, the original one, directed by Roger Corman.
Okay.
Which was pretty good.
Good old Roger Corman.
I love Roger Corman joints. Always came in on time or early or in under budget, my man, and made a buck.
Yeah.
And then I watched The Raven, also done by Price and Corman. And that movie was like more of a spoof, silly thing, which kind of drove me nuts.
Didn't they?
But there were some good jokes in there.
Was there a remake one with The Raven or something?
Well, there was another movie called The Raven with John Cusack, but
yeah,
no similarities whatsoever.
Okay. I never saw that movie because I remember seeing the trailer and be like, I know everything that happens in this movie without seeing it.
I basically did too. And I watched the trailer. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Although after watching it all and all the Poe going on this month, I was like, well, what if I gave this a shot? And it still didn't happen.
Maybe I'll get to it. But there's too many times where I've had that feeling and was like, yep, I was correct. Like Shutter Island. Well, you know.
Well, I called that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another one. I also immediately was like, yeah, okay, I know what this movie is.
Actually, I remember you saw it, and I texted you like, "Is this what happens?" He's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Yeah, there it is."
But I was like, also like, this is what I think is gonna happen, and this is
right.
happen. So yeah, it was. Yep. Did you get around to? By the way, speaking of Scorsese and such, did you get around to Flower Moon?
Not yet. I'd like to.
Yeah.
Came out a tough time of the year. Hopefully, it's still playing when I get back from my business trip next week.
November. Things got pushed back. Maybe more time.
Yep.
All right, man. You got anything?
That's it.
All right. That is it for us. Please show your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to the show. Also, sharing is caring. Be sure to follow us on social media to get the latest show updates. Contact us by emailing at filmbrochamp@gmail.com or find us by searching for #FilmBroChamp. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Film Bro Championship Podcast. Peace out, everybody.
Spooky season's over, but we're watching horror movies all year round, baby.
Yeah. Season 2 spooky season continues.
Woo-hoo.